Good evening. Welcome to the Master of Arts in Higher Education, Master of Arts in Interactive Media, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Accounting, Master of Science in Business Analytics, Master of Science in Management commencement ceremony. At this time, please silence all electronic devices. Those who are able, please stand for the processional.
The faculty of the Martha and Spencer Love School of Business, the School of Communications, and the Dr. Joe Watts Williams School of Education present the Elon University graduate class of 2024.
please join me in singing the national anthem.
Please remain standing for the invocation and join me in prayer. Spirit, in whom we live, move, and have our being, we gather in thanksgiving for this occasion. Indeed, this is a time for celebration, to pause and turn within for quiet reflection on this journey, if only for a brief moment. Graduates, remember that you did not accomplish this alone or in a vacuum. May those who accompanied you along the way, whether for a moment, the full journey, or any segment in between, families, friends, professors, administrators, mentors, those guideposts along the way, may they be blessed and affirmed by your successes. We lift our prayers of gratitude for the culmination of this journey and the gift of endurance that was necessary to run this race. Grant that all who are gathered under the sound of my voice recognize and fully receive the gift that is today, seize it and marvel at all that it is, for it is the close of one season and the opening of another. As they embark on a new journey, a new season, a new chapter, may all that these graduates do be blessed and be good. May it be so. Amen.
Please be seated. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the Graduate-Level Commencement exercises at Elon University. Today, we celebrate our 2024 classes of Master of Arts in Higher Education and Interactive Media, Master of Education in Business Administration, and Master of Science in Accounting and in Business Analytics. I now ask our graduate faculty in attendance to please stand. Let's recognize them for their hard work and dedication to teaching and mentoring our students. Thank you, faculty. Often, graduation is thought of a coda, a destination reached, an end to navigating rigorous academic terrain toward a degree, concluding research, finishing capstone work, an end to late nights of studying and preparing for team projects, an end to tuition payments. So if it's an end, why is it called a commencement, a beginning? And unless I'm mistaken, I don't see many here, let alone our graduates in regalia, who are ready to do a workout or exercise. So why is it called a commencement exercise? The term commencement has long been associated with academic ceremony dating back centuries. In Latin, the term commensal means common or shared table. One theory is that a commensal symbolically flattened the status between faculty and student. The graduate student was then eligible to enter professional life with privileges and rights typically reserved for faculty. And graduation became associated with the celebration where faculty and students are closer to equals at the table of academic inquiry. The public conferral of degrees leads us to where we are today, at a commencement, perhaps rooted in the Latin commensal. So commencement has historical roots, but it also marks a big beginning beyond an event. Graduates, a commencement is the beginning of a new chapter of your life, and you are now armed with the knowledge from an advanced degree to begin something new. The Elon motto is Numen Lumen, which signifies spiritual light and intellectual light. At Elon, you have walked in the light. Now you enter the world as the light. Your parents, friends, and family members here today have helped illuminate your pathway through their support, love, and encouragement. Don't forget to thank them, for they too share in this exercise. An exercise is an academic activity that traditionally involves speeches, processions, and receiving degrees. Today we will have all three, so this is a commencement exercise, but the best kind of exercise. You won't work up a sweat. You've already done that in the years and months prior leading up to this important day. Today is about inspiration, not perspiration. So graduates, embrace this commencement exercise. Even if this day is a blur and your emotions are in flux, you will long remember how you feel on this day. And may that feeling be one of gratitude and accomplishment. You are an Elon University Master's graduate. Welcome to the table.
Stephen Jun joined the Elon community and the Master's in Higher Education program in August 2022. A first-generation college student from Ghana, Stephen traveled 5,389 miles to realize his goal of earning a master's degree and deepening his understanding of how educational systems nurture people and transform societies. Stephen earned his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from Ashesi University in Accra, Ghana. After completing his undergraduate degree, Stephen worked as the program coordinator for Education Collaborative, a university consortium with an agenda to improve students' career outcomes in sub-Saharan Africa. In this professional role, Stephen designed system change programs and piloted knowledge exchanges that helped grow the consortium from 20 to 40 institutions, including more than 600 educators, and attracted funding support through 2030. During his time in the MA in Higher Education program, Stephen worked as the graduate apprentice for the Center for Leadership and completed internships in Elon's Center for Engaged Learning and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology Office of Individual Giving. Stephen was an engaged graduate student, serving as the Professional Development Chair for the Higher Education Student Association and seeking out opportunities to share his research at multiple international forums. Throughout his graduate studies, Stephen embodied the values of intellectual curiosity, transformative leadership, mutual respect, and kindness.
Wow. Congratulations to all of us, the class of 2024. We made it. My name is Stephen Jun. My home is Ghana. a beautiful country in Africa that I highly recommend you all to visit someday. Today, I stand incredibly privileged to be graduating with my amazing colleagues earning a master's degree. This achievement wouldn't be possible without the collective support of many people. I am deeply grateful for the contributions of my professors, my colleagues, with special mention Vanessa Truelove, mentors, my family and friends who are likely watching me from Ghana right now, my wife, who made a remarkable journey from Ghana to see me graduate today, and the entire Elon University community. In my local language, we will say medase, meaning thank you all. As we celebrate this joyous moment today, let us reflect on some of our shared experiences. Looking around my fellow graduates today, I see a diverse group of people with a wealth of experience. While we may be different, we also share a lot in common. We have all worked hard to earn a graduate degrees from Elon University. We are all on the verge of creating our futures, and we are all having the opportunity to shape the world that we will inherit. The future is inherently tied to the present moment. The decisions that we make and the actions that we take in the present moment will certainly impact our future. As much as we plan for the future, much of it remains unknown. If we attempt to foresee and control every unknown, we risk not taking any action. This will eventually delay our progress. I say there is power in the unknown, and it's important to reframe it as a catalyst for action. Life may be complex, but I firmly believe that when we trust ourselves and take initiative in the present moment, the world will conspire to help us achieve our dreams. 2 years ago, I trusted myself to face the unknown challenges of beginning a journey to become the first person in my family to travel to the US and earn a master's degree. I discovered Elon University while reading a profile of my provost from my undergrad institution at Chester University. I learned that Elon is in North Carolina near the city of Burlington. With this information, I booked my flight from Accra to Burlington and shared this news with my program director, Rosanna. Later that day, I received an email from Rosanna informing me that there was no airport in Burlington. Imagine my shock. I had booked a flight to Burlington, Vermont. This mistake was costly. Thankfully, the Elon University Chaplain Fund reimbursed me for the expenses associated with changing my flight. I finally made it to Elon on August 24, 2022, 2 days after the semester had begun. This unknown future brought me to a charming small town. I wasn't aware that public transportation was limited, so I had to rely on Uber and friends to get around. Many times, I had to repeat myself due to my accent. I hope you can hear me now. And there were countless moments where I lost myself in conversations. The weather, the food, the overall culture sometimes overwhelmed me. However, I learned to seek support and gain support so much from the people around me. My time at Elon has broadened my horizon, allowing me to learn about a world vastly different from my own. Professionally, I have grown and worked across both the US and the African continent. And happily, I'll be starting my PhD in September. Although there are still many unknowns ahead, I hope that my experiences at Elon have increased my understanding of the American education systems and strengthen my confidence to tackle whatever comes my way. I share this brief story to help us frame our vision for the future. As a first-generation graduate student whose parents have no formal education beyond middle school, I've made personal and career choices based on a limited information. Without complete clarity on the future, I had to trust myself to make the best decision with the options available. This power of the unknown, this initial, perhaps naive concept of the future, has instilled in me a commitment to continuous learning, constantly seeking mentorship and advice from friends, family, and colleagues. And most importantly, it has empowered me with the freedom to act proactively. Today, we earn a master's degree, whatever that means to all of us. But I believe that it signifies a stepping stone for the future we want to create for ourselves. We don't need to have everything figured out, especially for our next steps. Let's draw inspiration to taking small steps, even when the path isn't clear. By doing this, we become bold, action-oriented, and willing to experiment. It will free us from the fear of inadequacy of imposter syndrome and empower us to embrace the humanity that includes failure as part of our journey. After all, our actions can have a variety of outcomes. It can be good, it can be bad, or somewhere in between. But the most important thing is that we would have tried. Colleagues, let's choose to be optimistic and embrace the positive world that awaits us. Congratulations once again, class of 2024. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Stephen, for your kind words. Your message was a great one for this graduating class. It is now my pleasure to introduce our speaker for this evening, Dr. Andre Walcour. Dr. Walcour is the Vice President and Laboratory Director at the Center for Esoteric Testing in Burlington, North Carolina. He is also the Director of the Esoteric Immunoassay, Allergy, and Special Coagulation Lab at LabCorp's Center for Esoteric Testing, CET, in Burlington, North Carolina. Dr. Walcour serves as National Discipline Director for the Automated and Esoteric Immunoassay, Allergy, and Coagulation disciplines, and is responsible for method development and clinical correlation for these specialties at LabCorp. Dr. Walcour grew up as the oldest of 7 children on a dairy farm in Vermont. He received his BS in chemistry degree from Clarkson University in Potsdam, New York in 1983, and his PhD degree in biochemistry from the University of Vermont in 1987. He completed a postdoctoral fellowship in clinical chemistry at Hartford Hospital in Hartford, Connecticut, and is board certified by the American Board of Clinical Chemistry. Dr. Walcour is a member of the National Academy for Clinical Biochemistry. He joined LabCorp in 1989 and will be celebrating his 35th anniversary with the company in September. Dr. Walcour also earned an MBA degree from Elon University. He graduated with distinction and was inducted into the Beta Gamma Sigma Business Fraternity and the Phi Kappa Phi Academic Honor Societies. Dr. Walcour was also presented with the Richard H. Berman Award for the class of 2014, an honor bestowed to the most outstanding graduate MBA student as selected by the faculty of Elon's Business School. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Andre Walcour.
Thank you very much. The challenge is following Stephen. That was wonderful. That was absolutely wonderful. And the themes are going to be similar, so don't fall asleep. His themes about learning and continuing to learn and seeking mentorship, I think those are very important for everyone, and that's a key to success. A few weeks ago, a TikTok influencer named Tyler Morgan shared a video where he claimed he could determine a person's age by how they type on their cell phone. He told us that millennials and Gen Zs use both their thumbs while typing, or they use the one-handed swipe feature. I have to take his word for this because I have no idea what the one-handed swipe feature is. I guess I'll have to ask one of my sons. Tyler suggested that Gen Xers and Boomers are likely to hold the phone in one hand and use an index finger to type. That would be me. However, in reality, if I've got a message more than a thumbs up or a smiley face, I just call people, I don't text. You can perhaps forgive me. It's been a long time and a long path for me. When I started in college 40 years ago, I took my first computer class and I submitted my homework on punch cards, computer punch cards. I'm not sure if any of you have ever seen a computer punch card. If you are, then I'm very happy for you. I typed my PhD dissertation on a terminal in the basement of the Given building in the computer lab because nobody in their right mind had a computer then. The only computer available was in the basement of the computer lab. I had to commute back up from my postdoc to type my thesis because I didn't have a computer. In fact, my dissertation was the first one to be published on a word processor and not typed by hand at the University of Vermont, so I had that distinction. Today, I could type it out on my cell phone with my index finger. I could dictate it into my watch, or even easier, I just let ChatGPT write it for me. In 1965, Gordon Moore, the president of Intel, suggested that the speed and power of microchips would double approximately every 24 months. His prediction has held up, give or take a few months, for 60 years. I think it's hard to grasp just how fast that rate of change is. Somebody calculated that if a VW bug, a 1971 VW bug, improved at that rate, today that car could drive 1 million miles per hour, it would get 8 million miles per gallon, and the initial purchase cost would be a penny. So that's the rate at which technology is changing. Of course, VW bugs haven't kept up with that. So the question is, well, Tom Friedman, Pulitzer Prize winning author and columnist for the New York Times, suggested that the natural rate at which humans can learn and adapt to change is pretty much a constant. If you lived in the 15th century, you could go your whole lifetime without ever having to retrain. There was no version 2.0 of the plow, and you didn't have to go back to school. We live in a very different time now. So how can you keep up with the exponential rate of change that we're experiencing? As many of you were driving here today, you may have passed a billboard on the highway. It stated, Elon MBA, aspire to learn. I find that very motivating. I think that might be the answer. To keep up with technological change, you must aspire to learn. So what's aspire mean? The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines the word aspire as to seek to attain or accomplish a particular goal. The dictionary has a second definition. To aspire is to ascend, to soar. To soar in an age of explosive change, you will need to constantly increase your knowledge and skills. You will need to be a lifelong learner to be a lifelong success. The days when you get a 4-year degree or even a graduate degree and think that would sustain you for a lifetime are over. If you don't continue to learn, you're doomed to keep forever working the same way you do today. You will inevitably fall far behind the world as it changes around you. No matter how smart or competent you are, you will need to generate sustained and lasting results only if you continue to learn. Thomas Friedman went on to advise us that it would not be appropriate to ask a child today, what do you want to be when you grow up? We should ask instead, how do you want to be when you grow up? Will you have an agile and adult learning mindset? Will you be inspired to lifelong learning? Abraham Lincoln famously stated, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." The work is much harder if you have dull tools. If you want to be successful today in today's world, you should ask yourself important questions. What further self-development do I need? What further knowledge and skills do I need? What standards should I set for myself? What strengths should I put to work? President Lincoln also said, "My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read." He would have recommended that you surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, with people that will provide you guidance and support, with people who will challenge you. Be courageous enough to listen to them. Always remember that much of what you become in life depends on whom you choose to admire and copy. I must tell you that I likely would not be at this podium today had it not been for the mentorship of an executive at my company. 15 years ago, I was contemplating going for my MBA. I reached out to the CEO over esoteric testing for advice. I did not know him very well, but I knew he was a very busy man. Nonetheless, he generously invested time in mentoring me and ultimately supported my getting my MBA. It was career and life-changing. I believe it was one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done in my life is get my MBA at Elon University, and I hope you feel similarly. I would not have reached this milestone had it not been for taking a risk and reaching out to someone I didn't know that I admired for advice and support. You must remember that if you will be successful in this kind of relationship, you must be open to criticism. You must have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, and most of all, you must be passionate about your goals and be willing to take risks to achieve them. I am very confident that you all will be leaders of people someday. Remember that leadership is not about a position. It's about your actions. It's about your innovations. And most of all, it's about your influence. Your success will depend on your ability to learn throughout your career and use the knowledge gained to empower the success of others. Help your fellow workers to reframe challenges as opportunities. To be a true leader, you must bring your unique strengths, skills, and abilities to the table and leverage them for the benefit of others. Be the kind of leader that makes others successful. Use your talents to effect positive change. Above all, maintain a strong moral compass. Your integrity is your most valuable asset. My father-in-law, rest his soul, used to say, "People can take your car, they can take your home, they cannot take your integrity from you. To lose it, you have to give it away." Be a person of character and integrity. Strive for true merit and excellence in your actions and endeavors. Channel your energies to self-improvement, personal growth, and acquisition of skills and virtues that make you worthy of trust and respect. In doing so, you will build a solid foundation for long-term success and personal fulfillment. Congratulations. This is your time. You understand the need to be a lifelong learner and have shown through your accomplishments at Elon that you have what it takes to get it done. Today, you are receiving the recognition you richly deserve. You have all the tools you need to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Valcourt, for your commencement address. Your words have resonated with us as Elon is a place that champions lifelong learning, and we are truly grateful for the wisdom and guidance you've shared. We appreciate the value of your presence has added to this special day, and our graduates have aspired to learn, and now we will watch them ascend and soar. We will now move forward with the presentation of candidates. All candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Accounting, the Master of Science in Business Analytics, or the Master of Business Administration, please stand. Madam President, Those who stand before you have fulfilled all the requirements, both as to the quantity and quality for their degrees. It is my pleasure to present them for the conferral of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority of the state of North Carolina, vested in me through the Board of Trustees of Elon University, I confer upon you as members of this graduating class and as individuals the degree of the Master of Science in Accounting, the Master of Science in Business Analytics, or the Master of Business Administration, which entitles you to all of the rights, the privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
The following have completed requirements for the Master of Science in Accounting: Alex Belville, Caitlin Bolenbach, Blake Cleven, Thomas DeMark, Claire Doherty, Taylor Getz, Caitlin King, Jack McAuliffe, Jackie Schmidt, Ariston Tomes, Jake Varadi, Julia Vidi, Callum Walker, the following have completed requirements for the Master of Science in Business Analytics: Annabelle Ackroyd, Jessica Booth, Jack Cutler, Rafi Dahal, Leanna Dujan, Justine Dobral, Matthew Downing, Raphael Engelhardt, Luca Earhart, Zach Irvin, Zane Gilbert. Kai Glass. Chaz Harley. Nazael Hayes. Dylan Heap. Catherine Johnson. Maya Johnson. Drew Menser. Ajay Nemala. Eduardo Regetti. Victor Roach. Isaac Seddon. Suman Sharm. Trinity Swepson. Vanessa Taylor. Jabril Williams. Jun Yin. The following have completed requirements for the Master of Business Administration: Kyra Augusta, Quentin Brenner, Frederick Brown, Jose Daniel Castillo Salado, Felicia Senka, Major Duckett, April Dudash, Jessica Hart, Nitish Kumar, Megan Lyle, Brenna Lewis, Ariel Miller, David Morgan, Jasmine Ryant, Victoria Schneider, Brandon Swendel.
All candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Interactive Media, please stand. Madam President, those who stand before you have fulfilled all the requirements, both as to the quantity and quality for their degrees. It is my pleasure to present them for the conferral of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority of the state of North Carolina, vested in me through the Board of Trustees of Elon University, I confer upon you as members of this graduating class and as individuals the degree of Master of Arts in Interactive Media, which entitles you to all of the rights, the privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
The following have completed the requirements for the Master of Arts in Interactive Media. Raven Monique Abbott. Jessica Maris Baker. Andrew Allen Dreyfus. Isabella Maria Salai Hilditch. Tishana Trinity Jackson. Cameron Xavier Rosebud. Gabriella Rose Sable. Denise Yvonne Simmons. Abigail Sparkman. Morgan Sierra Stankiewicz. Amaya C. Waddy. Pusheen Zhao.
All candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Higher Education or the Master of Education, please stand. Madam President, those who stand before you have fulfilled all of the requirements, both as to the quantity and quality for their degrees. It is my pleasure to present them for conferral of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority of the state of North Carolina vested in me through the Board of Trustees of Elon University, I confer upon you as members of this graduating class and as individuals the degree of the Master of Arts in Higher Education and the Master of Education, which entitles you to all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
The following have completed requirements for the Masters of Arts in Higher Education. Howard Chi. Julia DeWitt. Darina Knepp. Alana Gutman. Stephen Junn. Kaylee McKinnon. Marie-Claire Ofuebu. Elijah Pinnock. Vanessa Truelove. Haley Trzynski. Alexandra Weaver.
The following have completed requirements for the Master of Education. Robert Alvis. Fernando Arevalo Rodriguez. Wanying Deng. Yenmei Duan. Maria Florencia Guida. Alexa Latour. Wenting Li. Zhang Chao Mu. April Seiler. Madeline Tapia Solis. Let's congratulate Elon University's graduate class of 2024.
Members of the class of 2024, please stand. Today, we celebrate your outstanding accomplishments. And in addition to the great pride among the family and friends who join you today, I offer my personal congratulations. The faculty and staff in the graduate programs at Elon who have supported you, cheered you on during this process, also join me in celebrating this culmination of your hard work. You have learned from a collaborative and rigorous curriculum focused on excellence, an outstanding experience facilitated by the members of the faculty, the staff, the deans, and enriched by partnerships here in the United States and around the world. On this day of graduation, I charge you to be resilient and steadfast, like the mighty oaks for which Elon is named. Elon, Hebrew for oak. Oaks are important at Elon as they symbolize our community's strength that is now within each of you. Today, we will give you a sapling to remind you of that strength, and we want you to plant it in a place with meaning for you. And I hope each time that you see an acorn or an oak tree, that you are reminded of the personal leadership that you have developed during your studies here at Elon. Strengths and skills that I'm counting on you to use to make a difference in the world. Today, as we envision each of you launching into what's next and the exciting career paths ahead, I charge you to carry Elon and our values with you always. Honesty. Be truthful in your work and in your relationships. Integrity. Be trustworthy, fair, and ethical. Responsibility. Be accountable for your actions. Respect. Be civil and value the dignity of each person. Use these Elon values when you encounter those hard choices. Lean on them and each other when you need to reason things out. Remember, we are forever bound together by these values. You, me, your classmates, faculty, staff, Elon. I hope you display your Elon diploma proudly in your homes or offices and stay connected to your new alma mater as Elon alumni. You are lifelong members of the Elon family. Congratulations, class of 2024, and long live Elon.